All right, man. Welcome to another episode of Subtopic. I'm your host, Subtopic, and today we're gonna be checking out 21 Pilots. I had this in the recommended comment. Somebody recommended 21 Pilots, Stressed Out. I have heard of this band. I think I've only heard one song, but then again, I could be wrong. I might have heard other stuff by these guys. So let's check it out. I'm gonna be pausing every now and then. Here we go.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you...
This doesn't sound familiar to me at all, man, but I gotta keep going. I think I've heard Jumpsuit by these guys. I think I might have heard that song, but this doesn't sound familiar. So far, pretty cool. I really like the guy's voice. Rapping, I guess. I'm not sure. I guess it's rapping. I'm not too sure if these guys are a rock. But from that other song, I want to say they're a rock band, but I have no idea with this. Maybe they're like Linkin Park style. I have no idea, but I really like it. I like the beat. I like the rhythm the guy's got going, what he's saying.
Blurry face and I care what you think.
Yeah, the handshake, man. When I was a 7th grade teacher, I taught my students a handshake. I said, when you all graduate from high school, let's see if you all remember the handshake. So it'll be interesting to see if they do. They're a class of 2027, so I'm looking forward to seeing them, when they do graduate. Man, it's a guy thing. It's guy code right there, man.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Okay, this sounds familiar. I've heard this somewhere. I'm not sure if a commercial or something. I have heard that.
When the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days. When the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
I've definitely heard that chorus before, man. Yes. I'm not sure if I heard it in a commercial, movie, something. I've heard that part only, so wish I could turn. That's what he said. Wish I could turn back time to the good old days. I've heard that before.
We're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I'd probably only sell one. Maybe to my brother, cause we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone's throw from a creek we used to roam. But it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you...
Yeah, man, this song is really good, man. I'm surprised I was stressed out. They got kind of like the kid thing going. Actually, before I'm even recording this, I uploaded a recent gameplay I did with my friend, and I was telling him, isn't it crazy how wish we could go back in time, man, when we were in school, because we had the same bus route, and you didn't have the worries of bills and working and stuff. Actually today, even I have to, in the morning, I have to wake up at 6:30 a.m., man, to get ready for work. So yeah, I get this. It can get to you, man. I wish I could turn back time too.
You think my name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the
I'll tell you, I was telling him, I'm like, I didn't even know that, yeah, because I was telling him, like, when I was in 8th grade, he was a year above me, so he was a freshman, and I was telling him, we all used to watch WWE a lot, back in the day. I'm talking, this was 2006, some 2006, man. I was in 8th grade. And we were fans of, the DX stuff. And I was telling him, I'm like, I never got the joke, the Vince McMahon likes cock. I was that innocent, man, I was like, so he likes chickens. Like, I don't get the joke, And my parents wouldn't explain it to me, right? They would just laugh or whatever. And, I was telling him, like, I didn't even know that, being homosexual was the thing then. I didn't think that was possible at all, that two girls could be in love with each other, or even two guys, the thought eluded my mind. It wasn't until I got to 9th grade where I was like, what? This is a thing? People do this? I wish I could go back time, man.
Mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Used to play pretend, give each other different names.
Yeah, man, you could completely changes, right? You had like all these ideas, all these, we used to play the Nintendo DS on our way to school, in the bus route. So as soon as we get on the bus, man, hey, get the DS out, everybody connect, right? You could connect remotely, and everybody was in the same game lobby, and that's what we were doing, Pokemon cards. I'm Hispanic, so we call them tazos. I think in English they're called pogs. Those little discs you would flip around. That was another thing. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I was a nerd. I still am. I'm a big nerd, man. You see these Harry Potter things in the back here, so. But now, as an adult, right, it's like, yeah, well, you get to do whatever you want, but, there's like all these responsibilities too. Like, you got to. When everything was easier back then, it's funny, like, you rush to become an adult. Like, you can't wait to do your own, and then now you're here, and it's like, I wish I could go back in time, man. When all these things, you thought you were stressed then.
Would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. We used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up.
Yeah, man, it's like there's a song that says like you're a slave to money, then you die, And it's like when you think about it, like, it has no intrinsic value, like paper bill. You can't eat it. You can't. You can just purchase stuff with it. And it's like, is this the life that God intended, right? When you think about it, if you delve deep into it, right? Is this freedom? Is this what life is? Is this the pinnacle, working in 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, right? Essentially a third of your day is gone to that. Another third, you lose it to sleep if you get your 8 hours. That leaves you with just 8 to yourself. If you spend it on yourself, or if you have family or whatever, this is no life, man.
We need to make money, yeah. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time.
Help me, because I don't know the biography of these guys. Are they brothers? I know he said that, he said it in the lyrics. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Something I do need to check out, but help me out in the comments, man. And also the inking on the neck, right, and his hands. Did he get tattoos blacked out, or is that part of the show? I don't understand the. See. When the mama sang. But that's the only thing I can think of. And his hands are also the same, or does he have some kind of condition? I don't know. Maybe it's just part of the song, just for fun. I don't know. But you see, I'm asking questions, right? As soon as I upload the video, I'm gonna go and check for myself. But let me know in the comments, man. So far, what I think of this song, I have heard this before, and as I mentioned here, I think I've heard it in some kind of commercial, man. Just that chorus, it's powerful. I have heard that before. This song is definitely going on the playlist for sure. Now, this also brings the question, right? What other songs have I heard from these guys that I don't know the names of, you know?
Us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah.
Yeah, wake up. You need to make money, right? That's it. Push us all to that. Let's see what the comments say. The older you get, the more you can relate to this song. The song is indeed legendary. When was this uploaded, man? 10 years ago, bro. 10 years ago, 3.1 billion views. So 2015. I love this song. 2024, I wish I could turn back at that time. This song just gets more and more relatable the further we get older in life, especially with everything going on, man. The world, all these eclipses, these natural weather phenomenon, the natural disasters, earthquakes all over the place, you know, the Iran thing, the Israel thing, the Gaza thing, the Ukraine thing, Cambodia also recently, Thailand. Now they're saying that Japan is going to invade some Taiwan or something. I don't know what it is. Nostalgia is one of the best and worst feelings. Wish we could turn back the time to the good old days when the comment section wasn't a calendar. Yeah, man, this is a really good song. Thank you for the suggestion. And like I say, you know, I have heard. I think it's called Jumpsuit by these guys. Let me see. I'm curious. This is the one where he says, like, if you need anyone, I'll be right there. I think I've heard this. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've heard that. We'll check that out, you know, because I heard that a long time ago. But let me know what you think in the comments, man. Do you wish that you could turn back time, or are you content and conformed with not how your life turned out, but the expectations you thought as a kid, you know, are very different now, right? Taxes and all these things. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.